Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, what's up? Welcome back. How's everybody's week going? Hello, hello, hello. Happy to be back with everyone. How is everybody's week going? Good morning, good morning. Hello from Uruguay. Hello, good morning, Easy. Hello from Nigeria. Hello, hello, good morning. Good morning, Andrew. How are you doing today? How's your week going? Hello, hello. Jimmy, what's up, man? How are you doing today? Hello, hello, Kimbisco. What's up? What's up? Nicolas, what's up? Vader Kira, what's up? Hello. Hello from Spain. Good morning. Hello from Bulgaria, Turkey. Hello from Ethiopia. Hello, hello, hello. What's up, everyone? The Unicorn Queen. Nice to see you again. Richie, hello. What's up, man? Good morning from Nigeria. Hello, hello, hello from France. Love to see all the different countries. Love to see all the familiar faces. Very excited to get on here and spend some more time with you guys. How is everybody's week going? Throw a 1 in the chat if we're green on the week. Throw a 2 on the chat if we're red on the week. Throw a 3 in the chat if we have not traded yet. Hello, hello. Atman, what's up? Nice to see you again. I have some exciting stuff for the community. We have been working on a lot of different things. We will be rolling out some new tools and resources. I think will be highly beneficial to every trader out there, no matter what experience level. I'm not going to go into deep conversation about it because I would rather roll it out, show you guys during the launch. It will be very beneficial for anybody and everybody. It's going to be an all-in-one place to provide information, education. We have a lot of exciting stuff coming to the community. We also have a giveaway to run today. That is why we are starting on the YouTube channel. We have I'm sorry, I meant to say Twitter. Let's get over to the Twitter page. We have a giveaway this morning for, here it is right here. 3 times 50K starter accounts for my funded futures. The goal has always been and always will be to provide as much value as I can for the entire community. One of the main ways I see providing value is getting you guys accounts, getting you guys access to a potential income stream, right? Whether you guys make it to payout or not is completely contingent upon your abilities as a trader. But having the ability to get these accounts as a giveaway provides a lot of value, gives people opportunities that they might not have if they didn't get these accounts. So I've been doing these giveaways for quite some time. I'll gladly continue to keep doing them because all I want to do is provide as much value for you guys as I can. The more people I could help, the more value that is provided. We will run this giveaway here shortly. I'm going to go over a couple more housekeeping things before we do. That way, if you have not joined this giveaway, that'll also give you a few more minutes to join. Here is how you join right here, right? Follow these 3 steps. That way you can participate in this giveaway as well. Make sure that you follow these 3 steps on the original post. Okay. The post was right here at 7:14 a.m. from June 24th. So we will do a couple housekeeping things. We will do the giveaway before we get into any live price or any Q&A. Make sure you complete these 3 steps to join the giveaway. The 3rd step is shown here. That's why I had the YouTube channel up at first. Subscribe to the channel, turn the notifications on. That way you can participate in the giveaway. That way you can be notified for any of our upcoming live streams. That way you can be notified for any of our upcoming tools and resources that we are going to roll out. Next is 10K. Looking to get YouTube to 10K subscribers. When we do, that will unlock our next achievement. I will proudly announce what we're going to do for 10K when we get closer to it. But if you haven't already, hit the sub button, hit the like button on the video as well. That way you can communicate with us in chat. That way when we get to 10K, you guys will see the next benefit. Do love to see that there are a bunch of 1s in the chat. It means there are a handful of green people. There are a few 2s. That's completely okay. In this business, losing is inevitable. Only a matter of time, right? Got to make sure your risk is managed appropriately so that when we do lose, we can continue to fail forward. A few 3s in the chat as well. That's very good. That's a good sign of patience, right? Should never feel the urge to get into a trade because there will always be another opportunity. Guys, so there's never a rush to get into a trade. Whether you've missed a trade or not, there will always be another one. Okay? So we have a couple new things coming to the community. We have a giveaway to run, and then we will get into some price, look at some questions. Start with the giveaway. For the giveaway, we use Twitter Picker. Twitter Picker is a random generated picker. You will see that I will be entering the information for this giveaway here. This gives it a complete randomness for the winner. Everybody gets a fair chance at winning this, right? So what we have to do is put the URL in for the giveaway. Here's the post for the giveaway here. Okay. So we take the URL for it. Place that in. Oh, what is this? Gotta close that. Put that in here, and it will load the tweet. See, now you can see the tweet here. We need at least 3 winners. So winner count, we're going to put that to 3. You must be following at Ash Trades. Okay. Not sure why that just popped up 3 times, but let's fix that. So you must be following Ash Trades. You must be following Matt Leach, the CEO of My Funded Futures. Put that one in here. I guess we're going to have to do that each time. Oh, geez. Didn't mean to do that. Matt Leach. All right, let's see if I can get it correct this time. Okay, at Matt Leach and at My Funded Futures. All right, so last couple minutes before we draw the winner. So again, if you haven't already, get into that original post. Make sure that you follow those rules to entering the giveaway, as we're about to draw the winners. The winners will be posted on Twitter, and they will have to DM me to claim the prize. we are going to turn off profile picture, right? We want to make this as even as possible for every single person participating. The profile doesn't need to have a picture, doesn't need to have a description, banner, or location. Twitter interactions, it doesn't matter how much you've tweeted, doesn't matter how long you've been on Twitter, doesn't matter when your last tweet was. Okay? Giving it a couple more seconds to see if anybody else joins the giveaway. Once I press continue, it's going to start to populate the information. So we'll give it 1 or 2 more minutes to see if anybody else wants to join the giveaway. Today we are giving away 3 50K starter accounts for My Funded Futures. You have to understand that this is the challenge account, right? You have to pass the challenge to get into the funded stage. The challenge is what's being given away. So one person will receive 1 account and there will be 3 winners. That person will get a chance at completing an eval. If they complete that eval, they pass the challenge. That's when they pay the activation fee and get into a funded challenge, funded account. That is where you can make it to pay out. Some very life-changing stuff, I must say. If you guys have seen some of my work on Twitter, what trading can do as a business can really change your financial standing. Whether it is a supplement to your income, whether it is your main source of income, there really is no ceiling on your capabilities here. It comes down to your education and how sharp your edge is, right? If you can come into this business and carry out your plan every single day and find discipline in that, there really is no ceiling to where this could go. There is no hopium here. I would gladly show the receipts. It has been life-changing for me as well. I've never been one to flaunt the receipts. I'm not a huge P&L guy. I'll gladly show them if I need to, but there's no reason for that. And in my opinion, I'd rather provide value. I'd rather help people get to that point in time than just show my P&L. But with that being said, 2024 has been the year of payouts. I've walked through all of those payouts on Twitter, so you can see those receipts. They have already been made available. And this is what prop firms provide. Right? It's a leverage to getting into this business. It's a smaller barrier for entry than it would be with personal capital. Very beneficial, but the results of your business are going to be completely contingent upon the respect you give it. Okay, if you think this is a game, you're going to get game results. If you prioritize your business, then you will get business results. Put the time and effort into your business that you would want to see in your results. It's that simple. Wake up focusing on working hard every single day and allow the results to be a byproduct of that work. The focus should be on the work and putting time in, putting energy in. Okay? Use this leverage while it's available. I'm not going to sit here and say that prop firms will be around forever. I don't have a crystal ball, right? I don't look to predict the future. I can tell you what's happening right now. I could be objective to the information and react efficiently to it. Right now, prop firms are accessible to many individuals. It is a very small barrier to entry for a infinite return. Whether they're here in a year from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, I can't tell you. I don't have a crystal ball. While they are here, I am going to leverage them to the best of my ability and take advantage of it while I have the chance. I think everybody else should as well. That's why I continuously keep pushing towards providing more value for you guys. Each and every week. You'll find us here working and learning every single week. We have been doing the live streams for quite some time. We are going to get a couple series going again. Right, the Unicorn Model Series was a phenomenal one. A lot of individuals were able to create their business, find their edge using that Unicorn Model playlist. And that is phenomenal. But now we have to encompass the entire process of trading. Right? So we are going to provide a lot more information and tools and resources in the form of new series. And you guys are going to be able to benefit from this rollout. Last couple seconds before we draw the winners here. So again, if you haven't already, this will be your last chance to join the giveaway. We're going to go in here and populate the winners. We got 3 winners. You have to be following Ash Trades, Matt Leach, My Funded Futures. Does not matter if you have a picture. Does not matter if you have a banner, description. Doesn't matter how many tweets you've completed. None of that matters. You could win. So, we're about to draw the winner. Last couple seconds here. All right, so we're populating the information now. Probably see some familiar names in here because those are the individuals participating in the giveaway. Got a bunch of entries here. 380 different entries. 380 people followed the rules. And here comes the winners. Who is going to be the lucky 3? Who is going to be the lucky 3? Here comes the winners. Let's see. We don't need to show the rejected ones. We just need 3 winners. Good luck, everyone. Just know that there will be many more of these for the individuals that don't win. So stay up to date with the Twitter. Stay up to date with the YouTube. Here comes the drawing. Let's see who the 3 winners are. Good luck. We have National, RB, and I'm definitely not going to be able to say the last one. Congratulations to all the winners. I'm going to go ahead and post this on Twitter so that they could be notified. The winners have to DM me to claim their prize. Don't worry, I double check everything. I triple check everything. So if you try to DM me claiming the prize that is not yours, you're not going to receive it. Post this on Twitter so that they could be notified that they won. And we'll go like this. Congratulations to the winners. Now we could head over to live price now that we've gotten the giveaway completed. Let's get over to the charts now. Congratulations. Please know that there will be many more of those. So again, if you're interested in obtaining any of those free giveaways, stay up to date with the Twitter, stay up to date with the YouTube. Check out what New York Open is doing now. Get over here to the charts. I'm going to remove all of my drawings because this is from prior analysis. Get rid of all these drawings. And let's take a look. So, first thing that we have to do, as always, check our economic calendar. Right, today is Wednesday, June 26th, 2024. We have a red folder coming up at 10 a.m. We need to be aware of our important times. We always start the day on the economic calendar. You will see that throughout all of the live streams, all of my information. Time is the most important element. We have to understand when the important times are. Okay? So, understanding the important times. The important times are the opening times, right? London Open, New York Open. The other important times are the high impact news drivers. And that's why we go to the economic calendar. The high impact news drivers are the red folders that are present on the high impact. The high impact news drivers are the red folders present on the economic calendar. Notice the currency. We are concerned with USD news because we're looking at indices. Okay. Morning we have 10 a.m. new home sales. So understanding that this could be a moment of volatility because of the liquidity injection from this news driver. We have to be aware of that. And being aware of that, you'll hear me say this throughout all the live streams, that I always participate after the news. Right, so that's why I'm really in no rush to get over to the charts this morning. That's why I had no problem, right, going over some housekeeping things, going over the giveaway, you know, doing that stuff first because I have no urge. I'm not rushing into a position. Okay, I'm not being impulsive. Just because the market's open doesn't mean that we need to be in a position. A lot of the time, this business is spent doing nothing. Right? You have to put probabilities in your favors. Putting probabilities in your favor consists of understanding time, understanding higher time frame order flow, bias. Right? So that's what we're doing every single day that we approach the market. Putting the probabilities in our favor, understanding time. After we understand time, that's when we get over to the chart. When we get over to the chart, the first thing we're doing is starting on the daily. We're trying to obtain a bias. We want to be on the same side of higher time frame order flow. So it's a top-down analysis every time. It always starts on the daily. Every day. Every day starts on the daily. Right? And we're not looking for a lot of things. Okay? Information overload is just as bad as not knowing anything. So trying to use 100 different concepts is not a good idea. You guys have heard me say this before. Repetition is key, so it doesn't matter how many times I say it, whether I sound like a broken record or not. You only get good at doing something, doing it a million times over. So every time I say it, it's just going to be another reinforcement of the logic of the idea. The way that we're obtaining bias is understanding swing highs, swing lows, and FVGs, right? Internal liquidity versus external liquidity. What we're doing is looking to understand where price is currently located at the opening time. Is it located above a swing high? Is it located below a swing low? Is it located in a bearish FVG? Is it located in a bullish FVG? So we're going to point them out now. All right, so I just outlined two different FVGs, right? You have a bearish FVG here. You have a bullish FVG here. You have a swing high here. Where is price currently located? Where is price currently located at the opening time on the daily chart? Not located at any one of the locations that create a bias. Price is currently located in the middle of a range between two FVGs. If price is not located at one of the four locations that create a bias, do nothing. Do nothing. Be patient and wait until it is. Submit to time. Like I don't even have a need to go down to the hourly chart. I don't have a need to go down to the 5-minute chart. If I can't complete the justifications to my actions, I know there's nothing to do. The problem with the majority of traders is that they can't handle delayed gratification. They think that the market's open, I should be able to make profits. I should be able to get in a position. No, the probabilities are not always going to be in your favor. There will never be a time where you always have a perfect setup. I don't even think perfect is a thing. I don't even think there will be a time a perfect setup occurs. It's probabilities. Price can and will do whatever it wants whenever it wants to. Stop being in such a rush to get into a position. If you hear that bell ring for New York Open and that makes you get into a position, you're impulsively acting. That will be the quickest way to burn your accounts. If you are not capable of doing nothing, if you're not capable of sitting on your hands, you're going to have a really rough time here. Furthermore, if you don't have clearly defined justifications to your actions, you won't even know what is and is not a trade. Everything's going to look like a trade because you think you can get into price at any information. Let alone the fact that even if you do have justifications to your actions, it takes a high level of discipline to align your actions with your words. If you say you're going to do something, but then your actions do something else, there's no discipline in that. Right? So what I'm pointing out here right now is the justifications to my actions, the way that I create bias is understanding where price is at on the daily chart. If price is not at one of the locations that create a bias, that's the first thing telling me that you're not completing the justification to your actions. That's the first thing telling me, sit and wait until you can complete the justifications to your actions. We do not need to be in a position every single day. Less is more. Quality over quantity. Right, so what I have to say about this right now, right? I don't even need to go down to the lower time frames to understand that I don't have a position right now. Right now, I would be sitting and waiting for additional information. Information that is more clear and more concise. Okay? So if I had to say anything, right, the most recent thing that occurred on this chart was that price came down to this bullish FVG and it bounced. Okay, that's really all I can derive from this chart. It looks like we might be moving from internal to external. Right, from a bullish daily FVG, you're supposed to be bullish. From internal, you're supposed to move external. So we can go and look at yesterday, right? Since today, there's really nothing to do yet. It's not at a location that derives bias. But we'll still look at the logic, okay? When price is at a location that creates a bias, right? This is the bullish daily FVG. Just write that in there so everybody can see it. When price gets to a location that creates bias, you need to be doing something aligned with that bias. If you're supposed to be bullish inside a bullish daily FVG, do not come in here and tell me you're looking for shorts. Do not come in here and tell me you're looking for shorts. Next thing. When you're in a bullish FVG and you're supposed to be bullish, make sure you have a confirmed bullish entry function, right? And now let's take a look. Everybody knows that my entry function is a unicorn. So a unicorn is a stop hunt, right? Let me zoom in so everybody can see it because it's very small, but price did run below the swing low. This is a stop hunt. After the stop hunt occurred, we got clear and decisive displacement through the highest up closed candles before the leg down that took liquidity. We created a bullish breaker block. When we created that bullish breaker block, we did it with displacement, right? The presence of an FVG. That FVG is aligned with the breaker block. This is a bullish unicorn from a daily bullish FVG. You guys understand how the information's starting to align now? Do you see the logic? Do you see the justifications to your actions? Now let me put it all together here. If you can complete the justifications to your actions, then understand that time is the most important element. Look at what this would give you, right? The entry function was confirmed right here at 5 a.m. when this 5 a.m. candle closed. Right? But you don't go and enter immediately after that because you know that time is the most important element. You know that we enter from the breaker block with a stop loss below the breaker block. You know that we participate at New York Open. Look at this candle here. New York Open. Look at what it does. New York Open runs below a swing low into a bullish FVG that is also aligned with a bullish breaker. It's giving you your entry to the unicorn entry function at the time that it's supposed to be giving it, at the opening time. It then immediately runs 2R after that. I can sit here and point out this logic, and it's going to be the same logic every single time. There's only one other way that the market turns around, and that's how you know whether you have a trade or not, right? So let me show you. The market only turns around 2 different ways, right? There's either, I'm sorry, 3. So there's either a V-shape recovery, there is the unicorn model, or there's a failure swing. These are the only ways that the market's going to turn around. Right here. If you know your edge, if you know your entry function, it'll be clear as day when this and this happens, you know not to do anything. You know not to do anything. Very simple. But it takes discipline, is what happens here. Some people are not capable of waiting for this. Some people are not capable of doing nothing. But if you saw the results that I've completed in 2024, I'm certain that every single one of you would want to be very disciplined, that you'd want to carry out all of the justifications to your actions, that you would no longer look at this as a video game anymore. You gave it the respect that you wanted to see in your results. Show up each day with that energy. Think objectively instead of subjectively. That's the next thing that I have to say about this. Don't influence price, right? Subjectively is influencing price. Meaning, you know what you're looking for and you're trying to force it upon price. So even though when that does not happen, you still try to push yourself onto price. That's not okay. This should be like a book. It should be like reading a book. The information says something, so you react efficiently to it. That's what being objective is. Have a model. Enforce that model strictly and objectively. Once you could do that, then it becomes a mind over matter, a you versus you. The psychology, the mental, the emotional intelligence to be able to carry out that plan every single day, every single week. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do the same exact thing on a different chart to drive the point home that this logic presents itself daily. That if you can clearly define this logic, you can find these positions. It happens every single day, every single week. But the problem is when it doesn't happen, that's when people go searching for the new shiny thing. That's when people do stuff outside of their model when they shouldn't be. That's what blows accounts. Ready? What's happening? Why is it not going to... Oh, there we go. This is the wrong day anyways. All right. We're going to do the same exact thing, right? As we always do every single day. The day always starts on the daily. And when we're on the daily, we're looking to understand the most recent levels. This is something very important here. The most recent levels. I want to be using the most recent information. That is exactly why I'm pointing to this daily FVG and why I'm not pointing to this swing high. Because this daily FVG was created more recently than this swing high. Okay? So, understanding where price is currently located on the daily chart, these would be the two things that I'm looking at. Daily FVG and the external location. Internal, external. Okay, so now we're going to go into our market structure time frame. And we're going to fast forward this right before New York Open because New York Open is when we participate. Oh, went a little too far there. We'll go right before New York Open, right? The 8 a.m. candle. And what can we say about this? We're preparing as if we're getting ready to execute at New York Open. What you can say about this is, here's the daily FVG. I left it on the chart. This is the daily FVG. If you're supposed to be bullish when price is at a bullish daily FVG, then I would be looking to do something bullish here. Right, so you get a bullish change in the state of delivery here when we displace above this down close candle. Right, so in terms of market structure, after a location where we're supposed to have a bullish bias, we get a bullish change in the state of delivery that's done with displacement. It's very small, but I'll zoom in and show you. There are multiple FVGs in here. Right, here's one FVG. They already used this one. Here's another FVG in here. Right. And here's a swing low here. Why am I pointing out the bullish locations? Why am I pointing out the bullish locations? It's supposed to be bullish from a daily bullish FVG. Right, so going into New York Open, everything's aligning to be bullish here. We're coming from a bullish FVG. We got a bullish change in the state of delivery. And now we have multiple bullish locations to look for an entry function, right? Below a swing low. Inside a daily bullish FVG. I'm sorry, inside an hourly bullish FVG. Right, so now let's go look at price. When you can complete the justifications to your actions, starting on the higher time frame, moving downward, that's when you know that you have an opportunity in your hands. If you're on the daily chart and you can't understand what the daily chart is telling you, that's how you know to do nothing. If you're on the daily chart and you're able to create an idea or a bias, but then you move to the hourly chart and you can't understand the information, that's when you do nothing. All the information needs to align for you to want to do something. Right now, the information's aligning. Bounce from the daily bullish FVG. Bullish change in the state of delivery. Right, so go into New York Open looking for longs. Where do we look for longs, right? Let's see. Here's 8:15. And here comes New York Open, right? New York Open. At New York Open, right? Here's the statement that I tell you guys all the time. This is how I create bias. At the opening time, where is price currently located on the daily chart? If this is New York Open right here, look at where it's located. Look at where price is located at the opening time. If we're supposed to be bullish from a bullish daily FVG, all we need to do is look for a bullish entry function. All right, well, here's your stop hunt, right? We only have one entry function. That entry function is a stop hunt. Then it's displacement through the breaker block. When it displaces through the breaker block, we need to have an FVG aligned with it. Here's your FVG. This is a confirmed entry function right here. You guys want to know what a long looks like? This is a long. Right here. You're looking at it. All the justifications to your actions have been completed. You're getting a long entry function from the location that you generate a long bias. You get a long from multiple hourly points of interest. Hourly swing low, hourly bullish FVG, hourly bullish change in the state of delivery. All the information is here. This is the very first moment in time that you can be setting orders, right? And when we set orders, we enter at the beginning of the breaker block with a stop loss below the breaker block. We aim at 2R. This is the very first moment in time you have a confirmed entry function and all of your information aligns. You could be setting limits just like this. Limit order for a long at the beginning of the breaker block. Stop loss limit below the breaker block. Take profit limit 2R. Entry. Now, for all of the individuals that are too scared to be in a position, for all of the individuals that become too greedy to allow something that is green to become red, so they trail their stop loss up to break even, I'm here to tell you that you're going to get taken out at break even every time you do that. Even though this thing has moved nicely in your favor, right? Almost no drawdown. The justifications to your actions have to be clearly defined. And that even goes for management. So if management is either stop loss or take profit, you're fine here. If you're being induced by any kind of emotions of not wanting to allow something that's green to become red, so you trail your stop loss up, I'm telling you, you're going to get taken out at break even. Taking one off here, right? If you have multiple contracts, seeing that we're now above swing highs, right? See these swing highs here? Seeing that we're now above swing highs, if you want to take one off here to take profit, that makes complete sense. Still keep your stop loss where it's supposed to be. In my opinion, it should be either stop loss or take profit. Let's see what happens. Right, so the people that just trailed their stop loss up, they just got taken out at break even, right? Just to watch this thing go screaming higher immediately thereafter. Stop trying to squeeze as much of the lemon as you can. Focus on controlling what you're capable of controlling and stay away from the emotions. People that trail their stop loss up here are getting taken out at break even. The people that had discipline and said stop loss or take profit, no in between, they just profited nicely off of this. Okay, now let's do a quick review, a recap of the logic. Notice it's the same exact logic that I use every single day. Time being the most important element, we participate at New York Open. Time is your most important element. Your next most important element is bias, your higher time frame order flow. The way that we derive bias is understanding where price is currently located on the daily chart at the opening times. Seeing that price was located at a daily bullish FVG at the opening time, that would give us a bullish bias. From there, you just have to have discipline in completing your entry function, right? You have to have the stop hunt. You have to have the displacement through the breaker block. There needs to be an FVG aligned with the breaker block. It's the same logic day after day after day. Is price located above a swing high at the opening time? Is price in a bullish FVG at the opening time? And then aligning your entry functions with that. Go into this logic again with live price. Wow, it's essentially identical. Look at that. This is live price now. I just changed the screens from the review of Monday's price to now current live price. Look how identical that is. Incredible. Stop hunt, displacement through the breaker block, FVG being aligned with the breaker block. That just happened on its own. That's just proof. And look at it playing out now. It happens every single day, every single week. It's a matter of understanding this logic, a matter of being able to define this logic. So go back to NQ. Yep, so it's still just in the middle of the range. I'm really not interested in it at all here. ES is at least inside the daily bullish FVG here. That gives us some sort of logic. But even with that logic... Oh, that's nice. So inside the bullish daily FVG, you'd be looking for bullish entry functions. You do get a stop hunt here at the opening time. Look at this candle, 9:30. Right? Because we're participating at the opening times. You do get a stop hunt. The problem with this one is there's no FVG aligned with the breaker block. Right? The FVG is up here. So yeah, so this is one of those situations where you could create a bias, but if you don't have an entry function, you know there's nothing to do. Again, you're not going outside the justifications to your actions. the FVG is not aligned with the breaker block, it's very easy for me to say that I'm not going to execute this. The justifications to my actions have not been completed. If it goes higher and my bias is correct, great. Phenomenal. I don't need to have P&L proving whether I'm right or wrong. The logic can be derived without you having a position. The next statement that I need to make on bias. Bias does not mean that you understand and correctly predict the daily candle closure. Hear me loud and clear here. This is a key to bias. Bias simply is the idea, the framework that gets you in and out of a trade. Whatever happens after that does not matter. So for example, if you're bullish because price is currently located inside a bullish daily FVG at the opening time, then you get a bullish entry function, and that bullish entry function plays out and gives you plus 2R. And then after it gives you plus 2R, the candle goes much lower. The candle closes 10 times lower on the day. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where the candle closed. You got in your position, you got a result from that position, and you're done. After that, you're done. It doesn't matter what happens after that. You don't even need to be right in your bias to get a winning trade. Right? That's the example I just gave you. If the daily candle closure closed much lower, but that bias got you in and out of a trade and gave you 2R, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. So in my opinion, makes complete sense that we bounced from the daily bullish FVG. Again, notice that there's only two ways, right? The market turns around like this. Happened right here. Down, up, down, breaker block. If you can correctly identify your edge, then implement it with higher probability logic. If you're capable of putting probabilities in your favor, your results will speak on that. It's the logic repeats day after day after day. All right, so enough of the education, enough of the rant. I got through the information that I was looking for today. We're looking for a position now, and I don't see one, right? It's a dang shame that they didn't put a FVG aligned with this breaker block. That would have been something to execute. They didn't do it. Since they didn't do it, I'm not executing. That simple. So, if you have any questions or comments, we can begin to go into any questions or comments. I would greatly appreciate if anyone would sub to the channel and like the video. If you're wondering why you can't communicate in chat, it's because you haven't subbed to the channel. The chat is only subscribers. Next is, if you're looking for more direct communication, that's in the Discords. The links to the Discords are in the description of this video. Feel free to join the Discords. I'll have more announcements regarding some of the new upcoming tools and resources that we will be implementing. Some very valuable information that is going to help all levels of traders here. Going to be a new series. So if you have any questions or comments, we can go into that part of the stream now. We'll watch live price while we do that. Only thing that I have to say about live price is this is what we're working with right now. We had bullish breakers on both ES and NQ. Difference between my entry function and this bullish breaker is the FVG not being aligned with it. FVG was not aligned with NQ. As you can see it here, there's a clear gap. The FVG was also not aligned with ES, right? Same exact thing here. So no entry for me, but this is the information that we're looking at, right? So we're looking at this information, thinking that price is moving from a daily bullish FVG. The way that it turned around at that daily bullish FVG is our stop hunt, displacement through the breaker block, right? And now it looks like it's reaching for all of this low resistance liquidity here. And ES even has equal highs here. So it's moving from the breaker block back towards the low resistance liquidity. We'll see if it has the energy to go to the equal highs. Same thing here with NQ. Bullish breaker. FVG is not aligned with it, so I didn't execute it. But it is moving from the bullish breaker to this low resistance liquidity. A lot of logic that keeps playing out every single day. The logic of our bias and the logic of our entry function. All right, so Nicolas says, thank you for another stream. Need to hear what you just said. We'll finish probably the week on a loss, but coming back for next week with things more structured. Yes, you definitely have to keep the respect for your business that you would want in the results that you're looking for. The time and energy that you put into this is going to directly reflect in your results. Ash, where is price? You asked this question looking at the daily candles and also at the 9:30 a.m. The daily will give you higher time frame bias, and the answer at 9:30 will give you the model confirmation. I literally just went through all of the logic. I'm sorry if you were not here for the entire video, but this live stream is being recorded. I would highly suggest rewatching this live stream. We get bias from the daily chart. The way that we get bias from the daily chart is understanding where price is currently located on the daily chart at New York Open. Sonic has a question. How many trades you get per week with this strategy? I know you take a trade per week, but I want to know how many do you see per week? There's no definitive answer. Sometimes there's 20 trades in a week. Sometimes there's 10. Sometimes there's 5. You can get an average, sure, but it's not going to be the same exact number every single time. What I can definitively say is there is more than enough opportunities that happen every single week for this to change your life. You truly only need 1 or 2 good trades a week to make a huge difference. Hello, Ash. The unicorn is good for other pairs, or in terms of probability is better, use it on your pairs. You can use this in Forex. You can use this in crypto. You can use this in indices. It works on all pairs. Hi, Ash. I just want to thank you for your teachings using this model. I've just passed my eval. Congratulations on passing your eval. That's amazing to hear. There's so many individuals that have used this model and have benefited from it. I'll gladly continue to keep showing up every single week so that we can continue to get everybody to that point. Ash, I like that you encourage independent thinking. From my backtesting, I've learned how to enter even if an FVG is not aligned, but it's only because I'm almost sure of the draw on liquidity. Thanks again. Thank you for bringing that up. I have to say, the most important thing is being an independent thinker. Nobody is going to press the buttons for you. Okay? Doesn't matter if you join a signal group. It doesn't matter who you follow. It will come down to your own abilities. Your own ability to execute, your own ability to analyze, your own ability to control your emotions and your thoughts. The only person that is going to do this for you is yourself. Independent thinking is the best way forward. What do I think is the best prop firm? I don't have an opinion on that. I think all prop firms are, you know, could be good, could be bad. I'm not going to sit here and say that they're going to be around forever. I'm always managing my risk. I make sure that I have my personal capital, and I make sure that I have multiple prop firm accounts. I'm not going to sit here and say that one is better than the other. They're all vulnerable. They're all using the same business model. When you were compounding your funded accounts for Apex, were you aggressive with your order sizes? How long did it take you to pass them? I've spoke about expediting evals. Please go into the Discord to get the recordings. You can also watch prior live streams. I'm not going to cover that conversation today because I just recently completed that conversation. Essentially, you want to be aggressive in your evals, and then you want to properly manage risk in your funded accounts. Atman said, "Hi Ash, just want to say thank you for your education. It helps a lot." Thank you for showing up, Atman. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for participating in the community. I highly appreciate the kind words, and you'll continue to see me working and learning every single week. Travis said the oil unicorn was moved. Yeah, the oil unicorn was very clear and concise, right? That was, couldn't have been better timing that it happened directly after I provided the same exact example, right? So you could already be taking your profits here. Confirmation of the setup was this 9:55 a.m. candle. As soon as this closed, you could have entered here at 81 flat, essentially. 81 flat, and you've already gotten 24 points from it, and it's still going higher. Right, so you're nicely into profits here. You can easily take your profits if you wanted. Are you using a copy trade to manage your accounts? I copy trade my Apex accounts with the Trade of 8 copy trader. I do not copy trade any other accounts. Yeah, so inventories is coming up for CL. So anybody that does not want to participate in news, you have to understand that the news is happening in 1 minute. So either here it is here. See what happens with the inventories. Inventories has a breaker block to deal with. Let's see if they use it. See what happens with inventories. All right, back over to the questions. Ellie is asking, with where price is located right now, could seek and destroy be implemented? Back over there. Seek and destroy. Let's take a look if we are dealing with seek and destroy. Okay, so seek and destroy is when London takes both Asia's high and low of the day. That did not happen here, so I would not consider this seek and destroy conditions. So inventories. See what inventories is doing? Very good information for the individuals pointing out inventories. Stated it many times, you're supposed to be executing after the news. How long did I study before becoming profitable? Go to T-Trade's channel and watch my interview with T-Trades. You'll get my entire timeline as a trader. Unicorn Queen is asking about a 1 hour CE. You got to be a little more direct with your questions. I have no clue what chart you're talking about. Right, like, are you talking about NQ, CL, ES? I'm not sure what you're directing that question towards. Richard, strategy question. Price closes beyond BB. FVG forms on the next candle but closes inside BB. Approach. Price closes beyond the breaker block. So are we talking about the formation of it? Are you saying when we displace through the breaker block, then the FVG forms on the next candle but closes inside the breaker block? You guys have to be more concise with your questions. When you're not direct with your questions, I can't answer them because I don't know exactly what you're talking about. Seek and destroy is a consolidation profile. You can expect consolidation when you have a seek and destroy daily profile. Richard, could you point to a chart that is occurring on so I can try to understand what you're trying to question here? Unicorn Queen is talking about NQ. Okay, so she's pointing to this FVG here. Then, all right, so let's go back to the question. The question was, we took lick from an hour one consequent encroachment of an FVG. Wouldn't a close below the 955 5-minute candle right here be a bearish breaker if confirmed? That is correct. That is correct, but I'm not looking for an entry function because of an hourly point of interest. Right? The entry function that I'm looking for comes from my bias, and my bias comes from my daily chart. Right? So the daily chart is not located inside a bullish FVG or a bearish FVG. Price is not located above a swing high or below a swing low. So in my opinion, I'm not looking for entry functions because I cannot generate a bias. I'm not getting a bias from the hourly chart. So just because the hourly chart ran into an hourly FVG that was bearish, I'm not instantly looking for a short setup because the hourly chart is not where I create a bias. Can the stop hunt occur before the opening times? No. I'm looking to confirm all of my criteria at or after the opening times. I do not trade before. Hi, Ash. Can you go over EU? Here's EU. Here's EU here. All right, so price sweeping a swing low on a daily would be the location to have a bullish bias. At the location of that swing low, you get, right, breaker here, but there's no FVG aligned with the breaker. Swept the daily swing low. We're supposed to be bullish from this location. And look at it. It moves nicely off of this location in a bullish manner. It goes higher after sweeping that low. Whether we get an entry function or not, doesn't matter. This logic still applies. Being bullish below a daily swing low, look at what happens. Sweeps the swing low and goes higher. If price is not located in an FVG or swing high or low on the daily, do you switch to the 4-hour, 15-minute, 1-minute time frame alignment? Switching time frame alignments is completely contingent upon the individual. If you are not capable of emotionally handling a 1-minute entry function, then no, you would not switch time frame alignments. The 1-minute time frame is a lot more volatile, it's a lot more noisy, it has a lot more information. If you are not capable of emotionally handling that or managing it properly, then do not switch time frame alignments. Don't we need a change in the state of delivery on the hourly first before looking for an entry function? A change in the state of delivery is supporting evidence to an idea. You are capable of creating an idea without having supporting evidence. A change in the state of delivery is not a must-have. You do not have to have a change in the state of delivery to complete your idea. Do I look at 10-year, 20-year yields? No, I do not. Macroeconomic data? No. I follow price. All right, phenomenal morning this morning, guys. Great job with the giveaway. Got a little bit of housekeeping stuff in there too. We have a lot of exciting stuff coming up, so I will make a couple more announcements regarding the new tools and resources that we're implementing. Turn the notifications on so that you can be alerted for when they are dropped. I'm going to begin to wrap up stream here. Reason being is I completed the conversation that I was looking for in terms of logic and showing the justifications to our actions. I also completed the giveaway and the announcements that I needed for the housekeeping. And then we came into New York Open. NQ is kind of in no man's land, and it still is. So I'm really not interested in touching this at all. ES had an entry function, but the FVG was not aligned with our entry function. So all of the criteria was not completed. Therefore, it's very clear for me. I have nothing here this morning. I will not be taking a position. There was no entry function. Right? ES is inside a bullish daily FVG. There is no bullish entry function here. It's that simple. Don't need to make it any more complicated than that. We understand how to create bias. When we create a bias, we look for an entry function aligned with that bias. If there is no entry function aligned with that bias, we know there's nothing to do. So, if I missed any of your questions, if you have any additional information or conversations that you want to complete, please bring it over to the general chat in the Discord. That is where I will be going after this. The recording of this live stream will go up on the YouTube for anybody that has not got to complete it. I greatly appreciate every single one of you. We're going to continue to keep working and learning every single week. So if you are looking to create this business, find an edge, and work on your abilities every single week, keep showing up. You'll find me here on the live stream. You'll find me in the Discords. You'll find me on Twitter. I've been showing up for the past 7 years, and I plan to continue showing up for the rest of time. Thank you once again. Phenomenal day. I hope the rest of your day goes well. I will see you guys in the Discord. Have a good day.